Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it break a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make him a throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not first and four. Make up what I seen to make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. So, my favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red, how they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out, I sell out Babylon. They give man show one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta and sell out, I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the Friday. You might go and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black baby man, throw and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one, big him and show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to can show us good, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome. Thank you all for joining us this morning. Good afternoon. If you are on the UK timeline, this today is indeed a very sad day for myself and my paternal side of my family and community. In the early hours of Jamaica time this morning, we have lost one of our aunt, a matriarch of the family, Auntie Iselin. It is a very sad moment in the family. I will not say much at the moment because I have not spoken to my cousins as yet because most of them are in Canada and America, her children. So I will not say much at the moment. I will speak again on this, but until I speak to my cousins, I will wait to say more about my aunt. Thank you all very much. But it comes at a time where it brings back memory to a lot of us as niece and nephews in the family in this run up to Good Friday, because that's one of the biggest memory we all have of Auntie Iselin is conversion on her residence on a Good Friday when we were all children. That's where all of us, from children into our teens, spend our Good Friday with a house full of food. But we'll say more later on about that. You will forgive me this morning if I have not had a program prepared for you. I'm just out here for a chitter chatter, and if you have any questions to ask, I may try to answer them because of the news. My head goes all over the place, and there's different family conversation and all of that. So I really did not have a program prepared for you this morning, but I still need to speak to the government on matters of the upcoming election. To my community of party and all family members, platform moderators, membership holders, via subscribers, commenters, and trolls, good morning, welcome. Thank you all for joining us this morning. Beat and Teach, good morning and welcome. Good morning, RJ. Good morning, Debbie Jervis TV. Good morning, Yvonne Johnson. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Wayne Evans, good morning and welcome. Good morning. Yvonne Riley, good morning. Sharon Bernard. Colleen Allen. Michael Nepra. Willie Dunn, good morning, good morning. Gloria Morris. Colleen, Michelle McKay. Daily Fun. Miranda Roddock, Annie Jones. Anthony Morgan, Colin, Belinda Briscoe. Christine Gilbert, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Estina Time, good morning. Ian Ayres, Janet McIntosh. Good morning. Let me see who is on the tick. Stacy and Levy, Darrell, it's RM, Beat and Teach. Thank you, Beat and Teach. Leonie, Kevin Thomas, God bless. What? DJ Rubber, Sue, user 3106, Rowan, Susie Q, Marlene, Angela, Richard Daly, Grove Down, Mikey Reed. Good morning, everyone. Good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Colin Reed, good morning. Thank you all, everyone. Thank you very much. While I said I did not have any program prepared for you this morning because of the circumstances, I still want to speak to the government on the matter of the upcoming general election. We see in Montego Bay where there's issue surrounding the removal of campaign messages from by the mayor of St. James, Montego Bay, wherever they are for. I don't know, from what I saw in the news and the article, I don't know if the JLP candidates have such posters around, but they have moved for two of the People's National Party candidates, Janice Allen and Dr. Horton. Is anyone aware of JLP campaign message and posters in those vicinity that the mayor has removed as well? The mayor is saying that the issue on the removal of these posters are not partisans. But so far in the reporting, I don't know if I've missed it, but I haven't really seen where if there are such for the ruling party, if there are removal of them. So if anyone in that sector of Jamaica is aware and can inform us, please do. Andrea Joan Hamilton Wilson, Arlene Scott, morning. Sophia Hall, good morning. Violet Watson. So if anyone is aware, please, Anthony Morgan, good morning. Rosemary Samuels, help to inform us, because I didn't do a lot of reading on it, to be honest with you. But, Prime Minister, on that other flare-up or discrepancy, disagreement, which has a political overtone, Prime Minister, which concerns JLP only have posters from last year. Okay. Morning, little miss. What I'm appealing to the Prime Minister on this morning, Jamrock, how you do, is to, like you took 72 hours to mess up the office of the political ombudsman, given the things which was from the local government election are still signs. Okay, so they still have their campaign slogans up from the local government election. Then if it's about taking down, then they should take down all of them, or those from the local government election should have been removed already if the mayor is saying not until election is really called before you should have all those. Sexy Karen morning. Before you should have all those. So maybe the mayor is saying they should wait until election is announced. Yes, that is what the mayor is saying. But if there are posters of the JLP from the local government election, once the election is over, those posters should have come down, because they can also be seen as subliminal messaging for the upcoming general election. So, Keith, morning. So, if it is a partisan issue, then do a clear cleanup, Susie Q, morning. Do a clear cleanup that makes it not look to the public eye or the news who have to report it as if it is partisans. And this is why I'm appealing to you, Prime Minister. Given the fever pitch and how the election fever and how we see the pitch, Prime Minister, getting higher and higher, there are issues that are cropping up at the moment. And based on how things are going, will no doubt crop up further down the line, the closer we move to the general election. And the office of the political ombudsman has a jurisdiction and a duty here when it comes to complaint and disputes and all of that. Ever since you've meddled it with the Electoral Commission, Prime Minister, it is rather confusing for the public. The public don't know how the process really work now, if there's a particular person or it's all of the commissioner. It is not quite. I haven't checked the information on the website recently, but the last time, Prime Minister, I checked, Donna Parchment Brown, even though Donna Parchment Brown was removed in 2002, I believe, Donna Parchment Brown is still there on the website as heading the ministry. Even, Prime Minister, after you subsume the ombudsman into the Electoral Commission, one of the big issues is there is not clarity how the ombudsman work at the moment, given it doesn't have its standalone independence anymore. The Prime Minister needs to roll this thing back. It's not working. The people are confused if it even exists, except for the name, Prime Minister. Except for the name right now, the office of the political ombudsman does not exist. And we can see from the local government election that there are various crops up that can happen and that are happening. And we don't know where we stand on this issue. Another thing we're asking again, Prime Minister, not just the Prime Minister, we're asking both parties, keep the peace in the country, Raymond Morning. Keep the peace in the country leading up to the general election. If we go off into a violent rage, Prime Minister, it's not going to be something that turns out good. The people of Maypen, Prime Minister, I heard this, they've spoken to you on many occasions that what you have done in the Mayor Feather issue, you're even putting JLP supporters against each other. I've heard them request you many times on their TikTok live to come down there and deal with the issue that you set up that could cause a bloodbath between labor rights, Prime Minister. This is not between thingy radas, you know. This is not between Labour and PNP. This is between JLP supporters, Prime Minister, and you play a massive, massive role, Prime Minister, in the flare up by enforcing Delroy Williams upon them, which they do not want. Raja Wagwan. And you have a duty, Prime Minister, to solve that very issue. Because if you don't solve it, it could turn nasty. I see another complicated situation in Westmoreland again, where it looks like we're going to have two JLP, even though one winning at the runoff. It looked like the two, Camille Baker morning, it looked like the two still decide to go toe to toe over the seat. Same thing in the seat where Paul Brown is going for. Paul Brown lose the vote, but it don't look like Paul Brown willing to back down easily or so. So it's not the flare-up Prime Minister can come at any point and from any corner. It can be within the very JLP party, and it can be both parties going off against each other. Thank you, Denise. It could be both parties going off against each other. None of both Prime Minister we do not want. None will be good for the people of Jamaica. None will take our crime rate down continuously as you claim it's trending. It's only would serve to escalate the crime rate and a continuous growth of the crime rate. The political fever pitch, Prime Minister, the subliminal messaging coming from ruling members of the Jamaica Labour Party and members on the government bench, those are incitement, Prime Minister. Those are incitement. You have to be careful. I regularly say to you, you have to be careful how you speak, especially when you know that you have a lot of supporters that take your word as gospel. If the Prime Minister goes on a platform, and I will remind you by playing your speech again. Kerry, good morning. I will remind you by playing your speech again. If the leader of a country goes on a public political platform, Prime Minister, and make it as an us and them, you're the Prime Minister, you know, and you're telling us there's two Jamaica. The Jamaica that supports you and the Jamaica that badmine you, Prime Minister. You know the message that sends to your supporters? The Jamaica that support you and the Jamaica that badmine you? Do you understand the message you're sending as a Prime Minister in an election season where tempers are boiling and flaring? That's why we're asking you, Prime Minister, to take leadership. We're appealing for calm. We're appealing for free and fair election. Take control of your party base across the country, Prime Minister. Give clear instructions, because I remember at once when the Dalrymple by-election, Chapa John said, if Andrew say a soy go, whatever the leader say, a soy go. on that, Prime Minister, I'm asking you to be a good leader to your party and your base supporters. Because if you come out and behave like a bad man, Prime Minister, they're going to muster up behind you as the bad man with them to turn up. If you come out, Prime Minister, and divide the nation into the bad mind lot and the lot will support you, it's what they will go forward with, Prime Minister. We're asking you for leadership, sir. And we're asking for calm leading up to the general election. We really don't want any bloodshed in the country, Prime Minister. I'm seriously appealing to you. Seriously appealing to you on this, because we see where it's going, Prime Minister. The messaging, though, coming from the top brass of the Jamaica Labour Party, it is scary. Like, we will not surrender this country to the PNP. The PNP should not come back to power in this country. Them bad mind way for everything, Prime Minister. These are not good messaging as a leader. When you're elected Prime Minister as a leader, regardless of the political campaign messaging and brouhaha, what that leader does, Prime Minister, is put the political partisan aside and unite the nation, because you're elected to lead the nation, not those who support you, even those who badmine you, Prime Minister, if I'm to use your words. Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you. If I'm to use your words, Prime Minister, even those of us who badmine you, Lionel, thanks for the follow. Even those of us who badmine you, you're elected to lead us. And for a leader to come and tell us that we are badmine, those messages, Prime Minister, is what I'm talking about. Annette Campbell, thanks for the follow. Those are the messages that I'm talking about. There are subliminal messages being sent to diehard supporters, which they are taking in the wrong way, regardless of them may speak it as a political prop without cemented meaning behind it, Prime Minister. It can be read differently by many different supporters. You just have to listen over the airwave, Prime Minister, how we are bad mind, how we should SYM, and how we should BCW, and, all of them things that we regularly go through, like the things we would hear coming out of Gillette Cuthbert Finmouth, or what we would hear coming out of Everett Warmington mouth, the chink, dog, fly, flea, and why you don't go fucking ask somebody else other than fucking ask me, These are the things we're talking about, how you all speak to us in private, the message you send also in public. Temper it down, please. Zenith Beckford. Temper it down, please. We don't have hiding place up there. We down here, whether we are JLP or PNP, we don't have no hiding place down here. Remember, so don't have hiding place down there, up there, One of the up on the hill looking down at us. And the worst thing, no, come to save us when it a kick off down there. But you know what make it kick off? Because we're too loyal to Uno. And while we down there and mash up one another, Uno just sit down up there and look down pan we and a laugh after we. So we appeal for calm, Prime Minister. The nation really can't go off on a tangent right now. It wouldn't be good for any of us, not one single one. Not one single one, Prime Minister. So we're asking for clear, decisive messaging. We're asking, Prime Minister, for peaceful messaging. And we're asking the People's National Party for the same. We're asking the People's National Party not to engage, not to provoke. Because we see in many instances where a lot of the provocation, the truth be told, is coming from members of the JLP. The provocative language as well is coming from members of the JLP. And this is why I'm warning. Tap up the screen, please, TikTok. Tap up the screen. Tap up the screen. 30 other you and not enough likes. Tap up the screen for us, please. And if you're new to the program, please hit the follow button for us, please, so you know when we go live. Thank you very much for your support. So please, Prime Minister, let me remind you what I'm talking about, because you say a lot of things on a lot of different platforms. But this one, Prime Minister, this one, it really don't sound leader-like, you know? Sound like Trump at his rally saying, fight, 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 fight. Prime Minister. Sounds like Trump said, fight, 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 you know. You cannot divide the nation, Prime Minister. It shouldn't be a us and them. And I hear Carlos tell the PNP them the same thing as well. Stop referring to us as comrade. We are Jamaicans. Me as a socialist doesn't mean I'm a PNP. A PNP and a socialist is totally two different things. Especially PJ, Portia, and if Mark Golden now roll it back to the Michael Manley socialism. PNP don't necessarily mean socialism, especially the PJ to the Portia lot, especially the PJ lot. So, we do not address we as leader in the capacity of leadership. Address we as Jamaicans. We're not labor right and we're not comrades. We're Jamaicans. When the leaders are addressing us, we are Jamaicans. Stop addressing us as labor rights and PNP. My fellow Jamaicans. Try learn it. My fellow Jamaicans. Maybe you could help to teach us to steer away from the tribalism, rather than you all speaking to comrades and labor rights. Speak to us as my fellow Jamaicans, which is who we all are. Not labor right and PNP is what keeps dividing us. So when you address us as my fellow Jamaicans. And don't address us in a divisive way, the us and them. It is what keep taking our country backwards. But let us remind the Prime Minister why he must curb his tone when he's speaking.
On YouTube and TikTok. They bad mind us. They bad mind the Jamaica Labour Party for its performance. They bad mind the Jamaica Labour Party for our achievements. And they are bad minding us for doing the things that you have always wanted a government to do. And when they had power for all this time, they never do it. And as soon as we start to do it, they try to turn the good into bad. They are a bad mind set of people. So we have been doing what the people want us to do. We have been fulfilling the social consciousness and social conscience of the people of Jamaica, who say everybody should have a good house. Believe it or not. Remember, you know, them did bad mind about my house. And when you give me the chance, they say, you know what, me have to make sure say every Jamaican have a good house to live in. And we have administered the affairs of the nation such that we can deliver that promise. And as I stand here today, I tell all of you who are gathered and everybody who is listening, put that on YouTube and TikTok, that under my administration, every Jamaican will have decent shelter to live in. That is not a promise. That is a commitment. Some of you even here will say, here goes the politician. Oh, that's going on. Hear what I tell you. It is not impossible for every Jamaican household to have decent shelter. It is not impossible for every road in Jamaica to have decent driving surface. It's not impossible for every home in Jamaica that is within a certain distance from established water sources to have water in their home. It's not impossible. And it is not impossible for there to be no murders in Jamaica or in your little parish here. It is not impossible.
Prime Minister, me would even tackle you about the lie them. This morning. Thank you very much, Annie Jones. Thank you. Prime Minister, the truth is, I would even tackle you about the lie them this morning. My head is not even there, Prime Minister, for really take you out. Colleen, thank you very much. Prime Minister, Patricia Campbell, I really wouldn't take you on with the lie this morning because I would have to sit down your whole day. Given that my community, Prime Minister, go from standpipe to black tank, and you want to carry back to water in our house and all of that again, me not even would even bother. Thought on you and the lie this morning. Because if you fi answer, you're going to use lie to answer the lie. And what you think that I go cause, Prime Minister? More confusion or more rage. So that's why I not bother with you on the lie. Me only talk to you about the messages you send when you speak. The divisive messages. Rule as a leader of Jamaicans, Prime Minister, and not a leader of just those who does not badmine you. Tiny, how are you? Lead as a leader for the people, Prime Minister, and not just for those who badmine you. I don't want you to send those messages because, TM Rose, different people take it differently. Liverpool fan, good morning. How are you? I don't know if most PMP bad mind, master. I really don't know that. But me just I said the Prime Minister don't forget out in a public go say so because it don't send a good message, especially in a political season when it can allow communities and different fractions to start have arguments and flare up about it. We don't want to go back in that era of Jamaica. We don't want to go back into that era of Jamaica. Regardless if PMP bad mind, regardless if it's Labour wicked and thief, we do not want a political face-off for the upcoming general election. It wouldn't serve us any good as a country. It will only be devastating for communities and families. It will only push up the crime rate. The only person who will gain from it is people like Dr. Tufton and his clans who have funeral parlor and all of that, and the business community where go sell rum, alcohol, and food and meat. Hmm? I want to make them people rich in Jamaica, you know. I want to make them people the rich in Jamaica. Because if young men in Jamaica and young women as well never play the game of dirty politics by taking politician guns and money in certain communities and both sides of the fence, our country wouldn't be where it is. If them never starve we literally into political tribalism, our country wouldn't be where it is. It is very few swing constituencies in the country. And that's why one must understand we people from St. Elizabeth, we're not, especially Southwest St. Elizabeth, we're not tribal. I heard Miranda said it yesterday, and it's true. Historically, we have always been a swing constituency in Jamaica. Like some of the big political war and violence where you would see in other areas of Jamaica, we really don't have them something that we have political going and loud noise, yes. But some level where people would take political violence in some other community, we really in Southwest St. Elizabeth there. St. Elizabeth laugh out loud. That's why, see, the truth. They say Southwest St. Elizabeth a PNP. Anyway, on the labor rights always argue left-handed. Southwest St. Elizabeth has always been a swing constituency. And the country tend to, if you understand the politics of Jamaica, wherever Southwest St. Elizabeth goes in the general election, the country tends to go there. So you should watch Southwest St. Elizabeth for the general election. You should watch Southwest St. Elizabeth because historically, where Southwest St. Elizabeth goes in a general election, the family goes there as well. So, what the message you're all sending, members of the Jamaica Labour Party, and this is what we need to speak to you all on, from supporters to vloggers to the Prime Minister, party worker, and everybody. Remember, I'm on a program plan this morning, I just out here chat. So, this is a general election year where the Prime Minister is seeking a third term. Not only that, yes, generally it's like that, Werner, if you check back the election cycle, the country, wherever Southwest St. Elizabeth, if Southwest St. Elizabeth goes Labour win the general election. If Southwest St. Elizabeth go PNP win the general election. It's generally always like that. Jamaica no get road and water. Flight Green is as bad as Andrew. It was as worse as Derek Sangster. Danny Buck did a bit, never did much. Ask anybody to make a start this morning who destroy the fishing industry in a Southwest St. Elizabeth. That criminal, Dr. Tufton. It was him. Him mash up the fishing industry and start on the agriculture industry and say Flight Green come finish, mash it up and walk around with him chicken chest every day and ungo tell lie. That's why Flight Green and Tufton must not become leader when Andrew have to step down after the general election, because we don't want another PR leader. Because Flight Green and Tufton are going to come with the Opa camera. We're tired of them and them camera in our face. Because we never employ beauty queen and voguers and modelers. We employ politicians who go walk in a water boot with shovel and hoe. And that we need for change. Take them out of the jacket suit and give them overall and machete and hoe and shovel. And then they will tap teeth. Any day we give them hoe and shovel for go work. You watch if we not save money in our country. But I hope me there go talk to again. Yes, all along with the JLP, the whole apparatus sound. Now, this is a general election year. The Prime Minister has been there for 9 years, Queen Dainty, how you do? The Prime Minister, as per the JLP and everybody, has done remarkably well. Remarkably well, the Prime Minister has done in his 9 years. No Prime Minister in this country, nor the government, is the narrative normally spouted. No other government, whether it be the economy, crime, the roads, no other government is the narrative. What I'm asking you all to do in an election year is sell your government. We have not heard it yet, because it's always about the PNP. It's always about Michael Manley, Portia, PJ, 18 years, Operation Pride, FinSac, what's the other debacle? Traffic Guru, you name it. I don't want to hear that. That's the past. We cannot correct any of that mother sod. It's all past. What we need is clear direction. Clear direction. What I want you all to do is to sell the successes of your party. Stop coming up with the past, the motherfucking past. Let's be futuristic. Let's think about the moment we're in, how we can come up with policies and solutions to solve the problem that you all complain about. Sell your party to us. Sell the successes of your party. Sell how your party is going to continue to advance, Michael, on the successes. And don't come out here with PJ, Portia, Michael, Manley, FinSac, Traffic Guru, 18 years, and all of that. It is not going to take us forward. It only continues around and round in circle, round and round the garden like a teddy bear. Tickle here, tickle there, tickle under there. No solution whatsoever. In continuing going in reverse. PJ, Portia, Micah, I don't want to hear that. I am living in the moment now. With this Prime Minister now. Making decisions now. That is my concern. That is my concern. I don't come out here to talk about Portia, PJ, Bruce Golden, Siaga, and all of that. There are some times when I refer to them. I deal with the current issues that affects us now. How we can solve them together as a people. And not how we can continue to complain and tear our bloody hairs out about Traffic Guru, PJ, 18 years, FinSac, and all of that. That I can guarantee you. We all know the history on both sides of the coin. That, though, does not help Andrew stealing while you all are talking about the past. What we want to do now is talk about Andrew's stealing, Andrew's mismanagement, Andrew's failure on promises and policies. Do you want to talk about that? Because that is the current issues. I'm not concerned about the past. It has happened already. A generation has complained about that. I want to complain about what is happening in my generation. Debian, morning. Why no one will always go back into the past? Have you not heard PNP bad man, you said? Have you not heard the lies where the Prime Minister deliberately turn up and tell we in a parliament and every stage in go on? Let us hold Andrew Holness to account. And let us prepare to hold Mark Golden and the PNP to account. I am not here to look after the past of our country. What the past means, it means that you must understand it. You must understand what it has done, where it has taken you, how it has held you in the current position. You must understand that. What you do not do is perpetually complain about it. Once you understand that, it is for you to do something to move forward from that. JLP. Stop the round and round the garden. There are platforms that you can go to and do round and round the garden. This is just not one of them. This is today's world. I am current. I am in the now. I've lived in the past, but I'm not there now. It has already happened. The future, I'm not there yet. I'm dealing with now. This is all I have. Now. Is it Carly's Swift? Carly's. Sorry, my tongue tied. Nadia, Jeffrey, Florence. Not then. We now go solve Jamaica problem by keep dealing, going back to what PJ, Portia, Siaga, Bruce Golden, and Michael Manley has done and never done. We elect leaders to move the country forward, not to tell us dreams that turn into nightmare for the nation, and not to hold us in the past in order to escape their failure. When you see people go way back in the past, that is a person that is never going to take responsibility for the current situation they're standing in now. Or because it's FinSac, or because it's Traffic Guru, or because it's 18 years, or because it's Wicked PJ, or because it's Dunce Portia. That will not solve the problem. The problem is thieving, corrupt Andrew. The problem is thieving, corrupt Andrew Holness. That is the current problem. That is the one we can solve now. That is the one we can do something about, DJ Rubber. Morning. That is the one we can do something about. Madhead, thank you. Not the whole away on a pack up on a cra and hankra full and come with day in, day out. It's not gonna solve Jamaica's problem. Jamaica's problem right now is thieving Andrew and the other 48 criminals. That is the current problem Jamaica have now. That is the leadership crisis Jamaica has now. That is the mismanagement Jamaica has now. That is the incompetency Jamaica has now. Not then. He has 9 years to fix all of what he's complaining about. If the Prime Minister has delivered over the last 9 years, the Prime Minister shouldn't be able to keep going back to the past. The Jamaica Labour Party shouldn't be able to keep going back to the past. Look at us and say, look at how we've mended the broken fence of the People's National Party. Look at how we reinforce the fence that PJ Patterson broke down. Don't come and tell me, oh, my body the PJ broke the fence. Oh, my body portion. No, we're dealing with the now. I cannot live in the past. This is why we are, as Jamaicans, we are not catching up with what is going on. We need to catch up, my people. Lovan, how you do? Look at how they treat agriculture in Jamaica. Terribly. Terribly. That's why Southwest St. Elizabeth become poor now. When you go through Southwest St. Elizabeth and look upon the residential build-up of Southwest St. Elizabeth, all of them house they build out of fishing and farming. Southwest St. Elizabeth is a well-built residential area. We really don't have no ghettoized area much in our Southwest St. Elizabeth. Really. Because we are farming and fishing and people up mobility themselves through fishing and farming in a St. Elizabeth. If you go to St. Elizabeth, you don't really see poor zinc fence community, and we don't have that in a Southwest St. Elizabeth. Be a big house, that's Southwest St. Elizabeth, and a out of fishing and farming. But trust me, them two something. You see, when foreigners used to come from America, Canada, England, in a few community, the only thing them have over, especially we when they go up Pedro Keys, the only thing them have over we are the little bleach where they do a bleach and come down, say a foreign make them cool, and they rent a car where they do a drive. But when it come to money spending, ask anybody in a Southwest St. Elizabeth when the fishing community and the farming community was thriving. Foreigners, when they come down on holiday, never have spending power over we, you young youths, when them buck up a dance and bar or whatever. Them never have that spending power over with them. Couldn't really put with to shame and them car and them jewels where them have. And all heap with it full of jewels too. Because our community was bustling then. The Pedro Keys was bustling then. That was the foreign. That was the foreign for St. Elizabeth men then. All Harbour men can tell you. Rocky Point men, some of them can tell you. Some men from Kingston can tell you that. But St. Elizabeth, Southwest St. Elizabeth did control them three islands. Them three islands there. So we see the destruction of our fishing and agricultural industry, and Dr. Tufton have a lot, an awful lot to do with it. And Flight Green come and never make it any much better. Never make it any much better. No, but this is the problem, DJ Russ. If a government is confident, when a government is confident that they're going to win an election, you know it's always a snap election. Perhaps. And the government just call an election point because the government, with the numbers and the base on the ground, the sentiments all around, the survey figures and everything, when a government is sure they've got it in the bag, you have a snap election. The fact that the government is taking it down to the wire, wants to, as Marlene Malahoo fought, go to the constitution rather than the conventional practices of the 5-year cycle under the Westminster system, as how our election surplus, how you do, operates. It is a fear of the government continues to ponder and hope that, something might pops up that gives me the favorability I had when COVID just started, that allow me to fool the people, even in the worst time where I've created sickness and death for a lot of them. I'm going to take the plunge this time because my ratings are so high. My favorability is so high. My leadership is so accepted at the moment that in the middle of a pandemic, I'll open up the country to have a campaign and a general election because he've got it in the bag then. Because the wind was blowing beneath his wings then. The Prime Minister cared not, and this is a symbol we must remember. The Prime Minister cared not about our health then. The Prime Minister was willing to throw us to the wolves. The Prime Minister opened up the country, have a general election, surge the virus, only because it was politically expedient to the Prime Minister. And you see from that the Prime Minister got what was his undemocratic, overwhelming majority in Parliament and the abuse of the legislative process and or fundamental rights that comes with that. So we must be careful, and always have with eye Pan Andrew Oldness. Everybody must have them eye upon Andrew Oldness. Zenet Beckford, you know, there's a saying in my community, and everybody in my community can verify this. Nobody, wherever in a Jamaica they come from, come with community, come work and leave there. Them always stay there and build them life. Because even though things is changing, it is such a quiet, peace-loving community. As I said, things are changing with technology and distancing in people and materialism and all of that. But it was a very close-knitted, independent, thriving community. But what makes us independent has been cut off from us. The thriving agricultural and fisheries industry. That's what made us independent. That's what made us independent and resourceful. That can be revived, but take good leadership. And Andrew Holness is not really showing that at the moment because the Prime Minister said we're bad mind. All right? I don't know, I'm not in the right frame of mind this morning, so I'm not going to stay out here long. Anybody have any questions to ask? It's RM, thank you. My mom is from Malvern, St. Elizabeth, so I know what you are saying, Wayne. St. Elizabeth is a well-built-up, Southwest St. Elizabeth, well-built-up legal farming, grown provision, ganja, and fishing. You couldn't beat Southwest St. Elizabeth with them there. Just couldn't. You just couldn't. You just couldn't. Well, you said there's an update on Troy Bridge? Is there an update on Troy Bridge, the Easy Jerk? Or you want me to ask Nesta Morgan if there's an update on Troy Bridge? I'd rather ask Everett Warmington. Well, we expect the Prime Minister to call it July, July the dopey them say. But Marlene Malahou Fort want to take it down to the 15th of December or to the 15th of December, the latest she can go with it. And if them even take it down to the 15th of December, it will show the Prime Minister hand even further that the Prime Minister is very worried, the Prime Minister is fearful, and now the Prime Minister is in a corner And like a mad dog, hold on to my peeps. You know, see me I call it this morning. Me there. Anyway, me live now. Me will call you back when me done. Auntie yesterday me there talk to you about. But me call you when me done live though. No one of my cousin from Jamaica called me. Sorry, but if the Prime Minister takes it down to Christmas, you're playing on the feelings of the people. You know, when it gets down, once Christmas come in, your mental feelings automatically start change. You're more susceptible to everything in the natural space of life around you. Everybody become more loosened up. Everybody become more kinder, and all of them something there. So with a great giveaway, from the Prime Minister Solidarity, as you remember, we calculated it yesterday morning that the 20,000 Solidarity money is for election cycle, because you know they pay 5,000 per election cycle. So in order to secure enough votes for a third term, the Prime Minister is willing to pay for 4 election cycle. So that's where the 20,000 Solidarity money comes from. And when you work that out over 4 election cycle, it's still the same £1,000 a year over a 20-year period. 20 year, you know. $20,000 for 20 year. Can you imagine? So, Everard Warmington, we prefer ask you because as we know, say, Chybridge start 2. That 2 was an emphasis from Everard Warmington. And him exposed Nesta for the lie about another bridge when Nesta claims to start. Where the Nesta said Chybridge 50% complete, and he said one nether bridge 5% complete. Don't know which tape measure laser or yardstick him use in a measurement them. But Nesta go always tell we say Chybridge complete or half a hit complete. What you must take note with this government though, you see, when there is massive progress in anything, then just take photograph and video and a chop in our face. So anytime when you see them don't have the picture of a torment with, and there's just a torment with them so some out, you know, go so. Anytime when you see, then get up and just a torment with them so some out. Judith Bradford, Marcia McKenzie, welcome. Anytime when you see them get up and a torment with them so some out, Darth Gordon, it don't go so. When it goes so, you see, even though sometimes they create, you know, because you see Andrew carry the pipe them, got tie rose flowers panic color, washing hand, and then you never get the good reception in send go take it back up when he left. So them are shapeshifters. They can change into anything. Them are green lizard. Shape-shifting green lizard. They can be labor right today and thief tomorrow. Them are shape shifters. So you can't expect anything. But anytime they have the same thing them to tell you, and anytime it goes off it to our gun here, so then take picture and video and them rub it up in your face. But anytime you see them a provoke you with their source amount, nothing don't go so. That's why Chybridge just come out of their mouth. You can't see no picture, no video, no nothing a Chai Bridge. The last thing we see of Chai Bridge are when the excavator turn over and roll over like a drunken man in a Chai River, or what the river may name. That's the last thing we know about it. So wait until Everard Warmington asks Nesta again, or next a frigging self. We may hear say over 3 times the bridge design and they can't get it right by till now. Tap up the screen, please, TikTok. Tap up the screen. Tap up the screen, please. And if you're new to the program, please hit the follow button. Tap up the screen, please. If you're new, please hit the follow button. Thank you for your support. Anyway, my peeps, I'm going to go off now. I have a lot of family members to go and call now. On my father's side of family, our whole generation. Me have Sylvia Sims, morning, cause wagwan. On my father's side of family, and 2019 or 20 auntie and uncle me have. So, a whole heap of people. Whole heap. Sylv, wagwan, long time no see wagwan, cause you alright? Me say the sun turn up out a door there when he got to this man, but he did feel chilly. Me don't know if, let me look if the weather change, even though I have loads of phone call to make today. I need to call my auntie children them, and I need to call a lot of other cousins. So one of them did just call me like a while. So most of my day is going to be spent on the phone. How my weather? Same thing there. Hold on, let me see where Prince Charles turn up the weather to today. Okay, Prince Charles turn up to about 15 when you're in the sun. It'll go feel about 15. Let me see if it'll go higher than 15. But tomorrow will be basking. Tomorrow will be 22 tops. It's going to go top 16 today. Tomorrow will top 22. Quite good weather tomorrow. Sonia Johnson, how are you doing? Thank you very much, Marlene Williams. Thank you. Yeah, tomorrow the weather will go brilliant. Shorts and t-shirt weather tomorrow. Forever young, morning. Yes, the weather brilliant outside, and 16 maximum is good weather, especially if there's no chill wind blowing. When you're in the sun, 16 degree is good weather, and tomorrow it'll go turn up a notch. I'll feel summery tomorrow. Anyway, my peeps, thank you very much for being here with me this morning, and a very sad morning, but the work continues. And once again, to my cousins, the children of Auntie Isoline, Donna, Junior, Leonie, Albert, and Maureen, my condolences to you all. And as I say, after I speak to them, I will say more on the passing of my aunt, Glennox Simmet. How you do? Thank you very much, everyone, for a well-spent morning, Opal style spotlight morning. For a well-spent morning on Global TV. Join us back this evening for the People's Point of View. And don't forget, tomorrow will be our geopolitics in the era when the economic warfare between Trump and Xi Jinping has stepped up a notch, even though Trump blinked first because Xi Jinping stared him right down the barrel of his retina, and Trump really had to blink first. Thank you. We will play you out this morning with the Lipstick Queens from Ghana.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. beautiful day. Make him a throw and stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear not hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside a rub and cheat, and not press the floor. Make up what I sing to. Make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a block! Make him a throw and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see, they them can sell out Rasta, and sell it out, I sell out Babylon. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see, they can sell out Rasta, I sell out, I sell out Babylon. Just stop on the front. You might show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing, man, show and stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what's a black big him and show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rasta man show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Wayne Evans, it's one of my aunt passed last night. And when we heard this morning, my sister said, Black River Hospital has done it again. Because we know Black River Hospital to be an abattoir. You know, it's what we face, Dr. Tufton. The abattoir-styled Black River Hospital. Or the Black River General Abattoir. Thank you very much this morning. Join us back this evening for the people's point of view. Thank you very much. Good morning and good afternoon from Global TV.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.